Welcome. It's Monday. All in with CSN here from Clemson, South Carolina, studios of Clemson Sports News, about a mile away from Death Valley as the crow flies that way. Our new hours, 7 to 8 p.m. 7 o'clock start. Our show Friday, live at Kiwi Marina, will be 7 to 8 p.m. It'll be an hour-long special. We'll be doing the season preview. We'll be going over the ACC. We'll be previewing the schedule. We'll have some special guests, some trivia, Tiger trivia, some giveaways, all that good stuff. Let's get going on here. It's all in with CSN, presented by Ingalls. Low prices, love the savings. You gotta love Ingalls. Benson Ford over there in Easley, Mr. Crow in the Gang, and of course Oakway Tractor over there in Seneca, South Carolina. Tonight we're going to talk about a couple of topics that came out. Obviously, the big topic came out over the weekend. Ian Shefflin and his arrest. I just dropped an article on that one. Just kind of outlining what everybody already have discussed. It's pretty simple. It's out there. We'll talk about that. The offensive line preview is out there. I go over the offensive line in depth and talk about what's there as far as pieces, depth, development, what's coming in. So we got offensive line to talk about. Practice continues on down there. It's more like Dabo's kind of practice today. It's 90 degrees and humid here. He loves it like this. He loves these guys to have a really tough conditioning the first 2 or 3 weeks of practice. But they just finished what's called camp. The camp is over with, which is installing stuff, getting guys used to stuff, bringing in the new guys into speed. But now we're in the game week preparation. They had actually started preparing for LSU starting this week. We'll be down there all week getting stuff from there with our staff. I've got a new intern coming on board this week. A student down there. He'll be down there all the time as well. We'll introduce you to him later on this week. Great stuff going on here. Clemson Sports News. Go to the website, check it out. 6.6 million views in the last 28 days. We have climbed up. We just keep creeping up each week now as we're hitting the football season. We were at 4.3 million views a month ago. Now we're 6.6 million views. And this is, again, incrementally each week. It just goes up and up and up. And that's you guys jumping in there and reading our content, checking out all the cool memes we make. We've been putting out some really cool cartoons, like little LSU cartoons. You'll see them on the Clemson Facebook feed everywhere. And we've shared them out across social media. They're pretty funny. But it's just having fun. And getting ready for the big game. We're just wired up here. Just keep putting more content out. We're going to keep our series of groups, position group previews going as the week continues along here. And again, we'll end up the week Friday at Kiwi Marina, Kiwi Shores, and we'll be sitting up right there by the stage. And you'll see us with the on-air sign, lights on. You'll see microphones and lights everywhere. So that'll be us on Friday as we do Clemson Sports News Live out there at Kiwi Marina. So let's get into this Ian Shefflin thing. Okay. Obviously, reports came out. I live right here in town. Got a lot of my own little sources. And, reports came about. He had been pulled over there right off of on 93, which is Tiger Boulevard, right there by the bank, a certain bank. I won't name the name of the bank. And got pulled over, and he refused to take the breathalyzer, from what I'm hearing. And so they got him for, potentially being a DUI. He's a suspicion of DUI, which is going to come back after a blood test and everything. He's going to get found guilty. But I'm not here to say anything about anybody. We all have our own transgressions, including myself. So, let's pray for the young man, and just be glad nobody got hurt. And and let it play out like it should. The university has a policy that student representatives, when this happens to them, they have to sit out at least 10% of the scheduled season. So 10% of 12 games is 1.2 games. So that means he's going to sit out at least the LSU game and some. And if I know Dabo, he'll probably make him sit out a little extra. Again, glad no one was hurt. But you can read what we've gotten from the university and from the sources that we've sourced out here locally. It's in the article. It's up on the website. Go check it out. You can pass that along. And again, we're talking about a guy who's transitioning into playing football after 5 years of playing basketball at the college level. And they probably had a couple packages that they're going to use with him throughout the season. But I don't think he was somebody going to lean on as a tight end this year, especially at the outset of the season versus LSU. So a loss, but not one I would worry about for game one. Further down the season's depth chart, something happens, we worry about this. But game one against LSU, I don't see that being an issue. Other things going. Let's go back to soccer. I forgot the first win of the season for the university, for the programs. The ladies soccer team goes up to Ohio. 2 matches in the state of Ohio, and within 3 days, they fought to a 1-1 draw on Friday against the Buckeyes, but they went up to play the Bobcats of Ohio University and took them out 1-0. So now the Tigers have their first win of the year. Men's soccer team, anywhere from 1 to 11 in polls preseason. Their first match coming up Saturday, I think it is, at Riggs coming up, and then they're going to travel to Indiana in the next couple of days too as well. So get ready for all that. Let's see here. Yeah. Again, if you go back to ClemsonSportsNews.com, our home site, this is what it's all about. We did a pretty comprehensive breakdown of the offensive line for 2025. You go to the website, you'll grab it, and you'll see some photos from one of our photographers, John Meldrum. He's featured on this one. And you'll see where I preview the whole breakdown. I break them down from everywhere, from Matt Luke's transformative influence of showing up, and his hands-on approach and his infectious energy and all that stuff that's been lauded by the players, there. Talk about the class that's coming in, Leo Delaney, Chancellor Barkley, Adam Guthrie, there's 26 kids and 27 guys like Carter Jones, getting identified at the camp this year. That's good stuff. Projected starters this year, Tristan Lee, obviously, Harris Sewell, Ryan Linthicum, who I think is a great story in his own right. Walker Parks, another great story, who's injured again now, from what I've heard. And right tackle Blake Miller, who's going to be an All-American this year. He's already an All-American. He's already hit the All-American preseason list today. Just today, the AP released him as a second-team All-American. Backups, got Colin Sadler, Elijah Thurman, who I think has got some huge upside. That guy is going to be a baller when he gets himself back. Dietrich Pennington, a guy who still hasn't had his chance to shine here, but he's a whole lot of man. Chapman Pendergrass, a guy that kind of slide in and out, and Trent Howard, a guy that's been looking forever, and he's kind of like the Swiss Army knife of all offensive linemen. They put him anywhere from they need him. You got the freshman Braden Jacobs. How you going to keep this guy off the field? He's amazing. Football player. I mean, his dad's Brandon Jacobs, the ex-NFL running back for the Giants for all those years. And you got Easton Ware, another guy that Dabo's been talking about. Gavin Blanchard, another guy Dabo's been talking about. Rowan Byrne, Tucker Cottis, Mason Wade, Rowan O'Connell, Watson Young, Ian Reed, Bryce Smith, Hayes Galloway. Man, it's just so many guys. And I go through all these guys as best I can. And we talk about the integration and how they're going to have to integrate these folks into the 25 offense, and how that's going to help out Clemson and Garrett Riley in his third year. Key offensive dynamics are on here. Challenges and areas for improvement. Run game consistency, depth and utilization. Tough early schedule is going to let you know really fast against that LSU defensive line where you stand. Being able to get a run game going against LSU with a brand new running back in Adam Randall and a brand new player all together in Gideon Davidson. That's going to determine a lot. You walk out of that game with a run game, you get 175 yards on the ground against that LSU defense and throw for 300 yards plus. That's a good ball game. That's a good ball game. Let's see. We'll see. Lot going on there, but again, check that article out. That's the running backs. The offensive line. Again, like I said, we broke down every position group you can think of so far. We broke down quarterbacks, we broke down running backs, we broke down wide receivers, linebackers, we did the defensive line, we did the defensive backs last week at the end of the week. Now with the offensive line, I even did on Friday. I think we even did special teams and punters, kickers, and returners. Yeah, so we're about done, and then we're going to start going and breaking down the schedule. I think I'm going to break them down individually, one at a time on the show. And you'll see us again on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Now, again, I moved the time to 7 p.m. because all of our Friday shows, the big headline shows that we do on site, are at 7 p.m. So I want you guys used to that time. So we're at 7 p.m. now. Pass that along. That's why I showed up late tonight. 7 p.m. start. So, guys, until Wednesday, you guys stay tuned. Again, ClemsonSportsNews.com. Clemson Sports News, the Facebook page. Clemson Sports News, our Twitter, X. Our Instagram, our YouTube. Find them. Follow them, share them. Be sure, and we got 365 coverage here, right here in Tiger Town. We don't miss a thing. Believe me, my phone beeps all day long. I got plenty of sources right here in town. And when things happen, we come. But let's go and get ready for about 12 more days until kickoff. This upcoming weekend, we've got actual college football on the slate, I think, showing up. Preseason football has been fun to watch. I still can't get over that 70-yard field goal a couple weeks back, last week. Wow, man, that was something else. All right, but so until Wednesday, 7 p.m., when I'll update you guys on this whole Ian Shefflin thing. We'll talk more football. We'll talk other sports like lacrosse and volleyball and other things that are starting to get fired up back here in Tiger Town, and we'll get you going. But guys, it's here. The kids are in town. School's in. They had the Welcome to Clemson festival in downtown just a few minutes ago. Started up about 6 o'clock. They're down there right now, having a good old time celebrating being back in town. So everybody's back, man. It's all in with CSN, all in Tiger Town.